people, welcome back to an all-new episode of Point of View. Sunset is here today with us at the table. Welcome back. Looking all good. Look at her, right? Coming up on today's show, did you know that marrying a U.S. citizen no longer guarantees you permanent residency? That's right. Immigration is cracking down on marriage fraud in a big way. And y'all, okay, 12 kids later, is Nick Cannon finally having some second thoughts? And then later in Girlfriend's Guide, we're keeping it real with the honest truths about women traveling solo, not single, but solo. So don't go anywhere, grab your tea, and join the discussion. You're watching POV. So, is love really in the air? Or is it just paperwork, huh? Because the Department of Homeland Security says some of these so-called I-dos are looking more like scams, okay? Marriage fraud is officially under the microscope, and they are cracking down. If you thought marrying a U.S. citizen meant an automatic green card and a fairy tale ending, think again. That ending could turn out really bad. Try 5 years in prison and $250,000 in fines if they catch you faking it.
Lord,
so, I mean, do y'all know anyone? Okay, no, I shouldn't ask that. Wait, let me reel it back in. What am I saying like that?
What? Wait a minute.
Let me roll it back in.
Okay. Try it again.
Immigration fraud. I mean, marriage fraud. What is really happening here? Okay, I think that's better. Would y'all ever marry someone for a green card? Oh, you know what? Wait a second. Okay, that's going to.
Would we let someone marry pay us?
Let's reel it back
to
in.
Marry them for a green card.
Let's not answer that because they are putting this under a microscope. So let's pass on that as well.
We can say hypothetically what we would do.
Right.
Hypothetically,
you know, in another world, sisters.
Right.
Would you? Not me changing, I'm asking the question.
Right.
How much would you need to do it?
I would need $250,000.
At least.
At the minimum. Right. Honey, if I'm going to get in trouble, I need to make sure it's worth it.
That's right.
That's what it's going to cost me. At the least, let me have had that to spend, baby. Because you ain't going to have it to pay it back.
Okay. It got to make sense.
That is crazy.
All jokes aside,
oh my
even though it is hilarious, I want to say in another life, maybe I knew some people that have gotten married for green cards. Not this life, but in another life, I did know some people.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that, first of all, I know it's the government, but get out of people's personal lives. These people ain't costing you nothing, and most of these people that are coming over here, they're not the ones that want food stamps, 4C, and Section 8.
Yeah.
Leave these people alone. And most of these so-called fraudulent marriages are more real than the ones that's happening every other day in the courthouse anyway.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying, I know people that have started out for maybe not the best reasons, and they end up in love. Just like back in the day, are you going to go arrest someone that got married off a shotgun wedding? That's not your business. We at the altar.
Or arranged weddings.
Right. So you believe that although having papers initially can turn into real love?
I believe that it can, but honestly, I also believe that marriage is a sacred covenant. Yeah. So I don't think that it should be entered into lightly. But that's just my personal belief. If you feel led to marry somebody, you might not like him that much. Maybe a 70-year-old man need his papers. And
she needs the money.
And on the,
she need a coin.
I'm telling you, and on the 75th year after he done bought you a car, a house, and put your children in college, I'm sure you're in love.
Oh, really?
But let's add to that, Tally, because you talked about even arranged marriages. So I'm thinking, like, how are you going to know if I really love this man or not? People are in marriages for 20 plus years and they don't even like each other. And they don't care to know intricate details about one another. So how are you as the government to tell these people about their own union? I think we just crossing the line because it's the same thing as arranged marriages. People get into arranged marriages, they don't even like each other, don't know each other, and they stay in those marriages. So it's like, get out of people's personal business. It's already hard enough to be in this economy. Like, let people love in peace.
I'm
telling you.
Well, you know, a lot of people are trying to get here to the States any way they can.
Yeah.
They are going through all the immigration that's a microscope. I mean, you have alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, God.
You know, you want to lock people up there. So then now you have this extra thing that's happening, you know, marriage with papers.
Funny to me how they got time to look
be in
into
everybody's
people's
business.
marriages, but they don't have time to
fix the
look
roads.
Right.
Every other week I got
Other-
nail in my tire.
right
I mean,
important things
'cause
that
I'm
are
not
actually
really
going
sure.
on and affecting the economy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I'm like, what is so on the line?
What do they do?
That if these people get married, oh my
Look at
God.
the president. Are we oblivious to what's going on? He's
okay.
like literally talking about himself. All,
And he has
all the
to be
time.
Yes,
All the time.
Talking
They don't
about-
even like him. So what are you talking about?
I've
Clearly.
never seen this woman smile in a picture with this
Okay.
man.
She don't like
stop
him.
it. Stop
Right,
it.
right.
Get out of our business.
She there for the money too. They should charge her too.
And him.
Right.
Yeah. Off of that coins, those cryptos that he got, right? All right. Okay. Okay. So should both people be punished if it's found out that this is, this kind of
Oh, if
marriage?
we must punish
if.
someone, then yes, we should punish them both because yes, she or he is wrong for marrying for money.
Oh.
And he or she is wrong for needing a green card to get over here. So yes, it's both illegal and it's both wrong and they should both be punished. But at the same time, y'all should mind your business.
First and foremost, because I'm telling you, the people that I did know in my former life that maybe have gotten married in situations like this, by the time they were jumping through all of these hoops to legitimize the marriage and prove that it was real, honey, they were spending more time together than the real marriages in the first place.
Right.
So they got to prove it
Exactly
too.
what I'm telling you. Matching pajamas
Yeah.
and, going on regular dates.
They're
Real
really
people
together.
don't go on date together.
Really
But
together.
how do you prove that? Like, I think we need
It's
to go
just,
back
honey.
to the manuals. How do you really
Yeah.
prove that somebody did it for that reason? Like, people are actors. How do you actually prove and say, oh, because of that, this is why it's happening?
Right,
How do
because you don't
how do
live together. Well,
you
married people don't live together.
Exactly.
Right.
I wouldn't want to live with my
Yeah.
husband. So
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we're still talking about marriages and, all of that. Now let's move on to the next story. Okay, y'all see where it fits in. Listen to this. Nick Cannon says, okay, that he wants his daughters to learn from his mistakes and not date men like their dad. Take a look.
And you open up and you say that you used to be a player. What changed for you? What is it now? Is it age? Is it just experience?
I think it's a little bit of all of that, but definitely fatherhood more than anything. I mean, when you have 5 daughters and you're like, all right, I at least want to be able to be true and honest, but like I can't live the same life that I've always been living and, attempt to, right my wrongs in that sense of where like hopefully my daughters learn from my mistakes and not date people like their dad.
I would say good for him if he really came to this revelation.
He didn't. He was
No,
making
but
all them
because it's show. But this is where I have a problem with it. I like that, like I said, perhaps this is a revelation. But all this time, why now? Because your 5 daughters, perhaps they're getting into that age where they're going to start dating. But those women that you played, those women that you treated wrong, they were somebody's daughters too. So now suddenly you have a conscience and you're saying, no, I don't want that to happen to my daughter, but it was okay doing it to someone else's daughter. That's where I have a problem.
I just think it's super disheartening that men are never held accountable.
Right.
And I think we go back to the whole they don't have birth control. Men could just go out here and do whatever they want. So they can decide when they want to be held accountable. He's just out of the blue. Oh, yeah, my daughters. You've been had daughters.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? These women were been pregnant.
So why suddenly?
Exactly. To me, it just goes to show how men are walking around in this world at a leisure. They can decide if they want to take your feelings into consideration. They can decide if they want to just walk into society and be who they want to be.
Yeah.
They don't have to think about and permeate all these rules and logics that gets forced onto women.
Yeah.
And I think it's just disheartening that it takes them to have a daughter to say, oh, wow, like now I don't want to do this because I don't want someone else's son to do this to my daughter. But how is he raising his son?
That's what I was
He didn't
gonna
even mention the fact that
No.
he had sons to raise as well, which you can say you don't want your daughters to have a man like you, but ultimately you're her first love. You're her first example of a man. So regardless of what you say, she feels is that she loves daddy. So she's going to chase that feeling in another man.
Yeah.
So you can't control that. Like, cry me a river.
I mean, shouldn't it be where a man says, I would love my daughter to date and marry a man like me.
Or better.
Or better than me.
Right. And that's what it's supposed to be. But I also think I agree so much with what you were saying, Sunset. But on the other aspect, you know, just thinking about the emotional irresponsibility of the women, especially thinking about, you know, Nick Cannon was talking about him, his like list of baby mamas, and they knew what they were signing up for. I think maybe except for maybe Mariah Carey because they were in a serious relationship, but all the other ones, they knew that he was having babies back to back. He was buying cars, he's putting them in houses. I don't know if he was getting these kids up for blood cell count. I don't know what it was. But at the end of the day, you know, they knew. And so now I feel like, you know, it's just irresponsible because it also puts these children as a deficit with time and love and understanding. But more importantly, in a proper example of what love should be, because you had a child with someone that wasn't even available, like so many of us have done. But I mean,
but I mean, as a man, as a man, shouldn't you feel something about yourself, especially as the giver of that life? Shouldn't you have some quality and feel like, you know, I'm going to definitely be, you know, specific and, you know, take care in who I have this child with.
That's what I want to say, Raquel.
And treat her with respect. Because why? Because I respect myself.
There you go. I think I love the idea of being accountable with men, because we forget that we say men are providers, men are leaders, and they're the ones who lead society. Remember, we're in a patriarchal society. So the man is the leader. We're supposed to follow his lead. So yes, the women are responsible and they need to be held accountable, but they are always held accountable.
Thank you.
That's my problem. That this man is still the one that's deciding to go sleep with so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so without a condom and birth these children.
We have to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. Up next, we're getting into the honest truth about women traveling alone and Girlfriend's Guides coming up right after this, so stay tuned. You're watching POV. Woo!
Hey y'all, shout out to our viewers on social media that are sticking with us during this quick commercial break. We have a question for you guys as well as one for us at the table. And the question is splitting the bill on a date bad etiquette?
Not for me, but for him, yes.
No, y'all stop it.
For me? No. For him, absolutely. Bad etiquette.
Stop it. How do you decide? Like, are we talking about we just agreed that we're
no,
gonna split
it's
the bill?
implied.
First day, okay, let's
Yeah,
be
but
serious.
who has the conversation? Nobody.
We don't need to have the conversation. It's implied. If you taking me out, you're paying.
Expecting to bring nothing but
On
my
that,
lip
on
gloss
that
and
first
my
date,
honey.
I'm someone, I don't care about those type of things, but on the first date,
Any date.
hell to the no.
First, second, 100, you're paying.
I follow this lady, I think it's Shayla Ray's World on Instagram. I love her. So she was just talking about her husband and all his rich friends, and she hooked someone up with another old rich white man.
And she paid,
and the man said that he's like, you know, she was so beautiful, but I'm not ever calling her again because she paid when I went to the bathroom. He said, it's too masculine for me. Baby, be feminine.
Let a man be a man.
I don't think that is attached to femininity, y'all. We're not going to attach
but we don't think it is. We don't think it is because these men are feminine. But don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after a few seconds. You're watching POV. Oh
Oh my goodness. If you all are not seeing these commercial breaks, you are missing it, okay? Welcome back. It's time to get into all things love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. More and more women are packing a bag, booking a ticket, and stepping out on their own. And it's not just for business, but for peace and personal growth. But what is it really like to travel alone as a woman? Today, we're testing the waters on solo travel, and we want to hear from you. Would you do it? Have you done it? And what did you learn about the world or about yourself? I've wanted to do it, but I've always been nervous to like really step out and like I want to go to other countries, travel the world.
You should be nervous in the world right now.
Yeah, okay, well then.
But back in the day,
Right.
I used to travel by myself when I was really, really like heavy into modeling. I was all over the United States, like traveling literally everywhere for different type of shows, coaching, like just photo shoots, like everything. I was going everywhere alone.
Wow.
I was traveling alone. About up until like 5 years ago, I started traveling like with a team.
Yeah.
But I loved it. Like I didn't think about. Of course, like one of my biggest fears in the world is like somebody like just taking me and just running me somewhere. Like,
of course.
Small, okay? I am very small, and it don't take nothing for a big strong man to just
Right.
God forbid, because that is really one of my biggest fears.
That's mine too.
But also like I could not let fear keep me from those opportunities and getting those opportunities that I had. Like I had to go take them. Some of them were like once in a lifetime opportunities.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I felt great in the moment, but now, like the way society is, like I don't know if I would 100% recommend, traveling alone.
Yeah.
Because they taking people left and right everywhere you go, especially women.
Yeah.
Listen, there are some safe places left, Raquel. Let's do our research and find them. I honestly don't
ain't nowhere safe.
Yeah.
Listen, if God got you, he got you, baby. If he has for you to be abducted, baby, they'll get you right from home, okay?
And they did. They tried. I literally got, I got stalked from a Walmart, right here in Orlando. I got stalked from a Walmart. I'm very aware of my surroundings. So that's why I tell women, like, yes, you can travel alone, but be very careful of your surroundings.
Mindful,
Never be on your phones when you're walking. Don't walk with your head down, head up. Look at your surroundings and always be aware of what you see twice.
Yes.
Keep some pepper spray.
Yes, keep a pepper spray
and a taser
in your pocket. This couple was watching me walk into Walmart, watched me walk out, came and followed me to the post office in bright daylight. It was like 5 p.m. Like literally 5 p.m. And I got right into the car. They knock on the door. They're like, knock on the window. Hey, open the door, open the door. I'm like, what is this? Open the door. They started trying to open. I literally was like, look, if it's my day, if they take me, and anybody knows, I always say this, if somebody takes me, know that I didn't make it to whatever destination because it's both of us leaving this earth. But that was a reality check for me to always understand that you don't know who it could happen.
Right.
You don't know when it could happen to you. And so just always be aware when you're traveling to, again, be aware of your surroundings, walk with your head up, and always look at
I'm going to tell you where you
twice.
messed up. You went to Walmart.
Oh my goodness. Are you for real? No. You're not going to do that.
I had no business doing it. You had no business
absolutely
in
right, because you
Wally
cannot
World
catch me at Wally World.
Because you was probably like this, looking like this in Wally World. You done lost your mind going to Wally World like that.
Where
A
she
bump would have
should
tried to
look.
pick you up off the
They would have
street.
Target just the same.
They're not picking up
Target would have been better.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Well, Kiki, I'm putting a business out there. I hope she don't mind. She told me yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
Kiki, our stage manager, she went on a solo trip during our time that we were on vacation. She went on a solo trip to New Orleans, and she said, that's great.
Oh, man.
She said she loved it. Yeah, she said it was so wonderful. She's like, you got to do it.
I wonder if she got them beads, sister.
It's therapeutic when you go on a solo date by yourself, even just a date. I would go on solo dates too. It's like you learn yourself.
That I can
you
do.
really start to learn yourself, and you start to learn who you are again. Like so much is happening in the home. You got kids, you got your husband, your wife, whatever's going on. It's so many distractions, and you get like over, what is it
Overwhelmed.
called? Overwhelmed. Like you get overwhelmed. So when
I
you're
say
by
start with
yourself,
lunch. Start with a lunch by yourself. Before you take yourself across America, sister. Right. Start with a lunch alone.
Make sure you have
somewhere
solo
where you know.
etiquette.
Solo etiquette.
Yeah.
Are there any places y'all wouldn't go to?
Walmart.
Listen, I am not playing. Back in the day when I was younger, before I had all these kids, Lord, I used to travel by myself all the time. And when I tell you, even on a layover in the airport, just randomly being around, I met some of the most amazing people.
Yes.
And a lot of them from completely different walks of life. A lot of them I connected with on social media. And so it's so interesting to have following them over the years, and we just kind of check in from time to time.
Yes.
And so, I mean, listen, baby, I also think about the fact that if we really do have soulmates, you know, there is a major chance that that person is not going to be at Walmart in your local community.
Mine,
so sometimes you got to take that shit
I completely agree. I get approached way more when I'm by myself.
Okay.
Way more. A lot of people are intimidated by me when I'm in a group, but when I'm by myself, everybody approaches me.
It
And
also
I love
exudes
that.
confidence.
Yeah, it builds confidence as well. You like, no, now you got to talk to people. You're your own representative.
A lot of people can't stand alone.
Yeah.
I hope you like yourself, sis.
Okay. Moving on to our next segment. This is the part of the show where we pause and we exhale and reflect on what really matters, our peace, our growth, and our purpose. Let's get into mind, body, and y'all know, soul! Let's do it. So the truth is, we're often our own biggest critics.
Yes.
And when it comes to healing, sometimes that's the hardest part. It's hard to let go of all those what ifs, coulda, woulda, shouldas. Some folks are still beating themselves up over missed opportunities, chances they could have had. So what about you? Do your past failures still bother you?
I always say that I don't live in regret at all.
Okay.
So I don't, my failures they were meant to fail.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was meant to fail that so that I could learn whatever lesson was supposed to be learned in that season.
Yes.
So I don't think that anything that I failed in bothers me to this day. You know, like, sure, we could all probably have done something different, you know, along the years, but I think it probably would have made us totally different people if we did do something different.
Yeah.
So I would say no, it doesn't bother me.
Can I take a controversial side to this? I think.
Go ahead.
As long as you don't make me mad.
No,
Because you done already started with Walmart, sister. So come on.
I promise. No, because I hear when people say they don't have regrets. And I love that. I really do love that because I'm a person, I believe in failing fast so you can fail forward. But, and then I also believe not getting paralyzed in your pain so you can make it to the purpose, right? If we stay in the pain, we won't get to the purpose.
Right.
But I'm also a person who always believes in being transparent. And I can be transparent and say, yes, I have regrets. Yes, there are things where I'm like, damn, I really wish I didn't do that. I really wish I could go back and change it.
But did you learn?
Absolutely.
But did you learn something from it?
I absolutely did learn from it, but I'm not going to lie and say I wish I didn't do it. And I still feel that I wish I didn't do it. And so when people talk about regret, I'm like, yeah, I do have regrets. I regret going to Florida State University. I wanted to go to a predominantly, HBCU, somewhere where I could be around my people who love themselves. That experience to me was traumatizing.
And
you know what I mean?
If?
Yeah.
And because you went to FSU.
Yeah.
And what if you went to that HBCU?
I know where
because
you're going.
you went to Walmart anyway.
Oh my goodness!
Trying to get your groceries if you went to HBCU.
It's tearing me up.
Oh my goodness!
You better be thankful you was able.
My God.
You was able to go to FSU and get the education that you could get because everybody is not able to have that type of support or even have that type of knowledge that you gained while you were there. Look at you. You have become so successful in having that knowledge when you went to that school. Yeah. So be proud of that. I don't feel like you should be in regret of that.
Yeah.
You know, like it molded you to who you are today. Girl, if you would have went to that HBCU, who knows if you'd be sitting at the table with us?
Right. Oh my God.
Now I went to HBCU and since I made it here on God knows out here.
I totally understand. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I mean, you know, well, I have to pitch y'all. I write about this in my book, Falling Up, The Unstoppable Journey of a Tear. You can get it on Amazon. But I do talk about these regrets and failures because I feel like, you know, I've had some, but I think the biggest issue for me is those that keep bringing it up. Those that have attached,
won't let you move forward.
that have attached themselves to my success, or that success that they feel could have been on their timeline, their expectations. And I feel like had you had different support that pushed me forward rather than drag me down over continuing to repeat it, continuing to have some ought against those issues, against those what felt like failures, because you keep bombarding me with those thoughts and the memories of it, I think it could have been a lot different. And I think a lot of times that's what happens to us. We have someone that's constantly reminding us for their own situation that we begin to carry.
I love that. I love that. And I think that's so true. And you really hit home. I wish I had longer nails so I could do that. And that was so awesome. And I feel like that happens to so many of us. You know, I'm not a person that lives in regret because I feel like I'm going to be exactly where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there, especially if I'm being obedient. And I do also feel like, you know, some of the setbacks are necessary and it's part of God's plan as well. You know, so I'm right there with y'all, but I did want to piggyback really quick off of what, you know, Junie was saying, you know, to you, Sunset, because you have such an impact and a reach now, even what you do outside of this in the community, you know.
I'm sorry, we got to wrap, y'all. And y'all know I missed it yesterday. I'm so sorry. We're going to say this.
That's what you want.
Define success on your own terms, achieve it by your own rules, and build a life you're proud to live. Michelle Obama. Thanks for hanging out with us. Come back to watch us on POV. Only on Afro TV. Get it all in.